Welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Violet Blind. You know, the reason I did that, instead of just starting from the game already loaded in, I was like, you know what, that sound it makes, where it's like, beep beep. It's like, that's what I could use to sync up the audio, that's what I do. Because it's hard to sync up the audio when there's no voice acting in the game. It's like the closest I can get is when a Pokemon makes a sound, you know? Or if there's a notable sound effect that stands out from the rest of the, sounds in the game. When did I last record this anyway? I guess we're no longer riding Miraidon, and the sky has gone orange. That's pretty ominous. Are we going to be destroyed by some kind of explosion? Or are we actually trapped inside a giant peach? Or an orange? I mean, is it relevant to the time of day in real life? Because, honestly, that wouldn't make sense. Why would the sky be orange if that's the case? It's 8 in the morning. Why would it be orange? Oh wait, now it's getting again a bit blue. Very strange. I do not understand how the day to night cycle works in this game at all. Can we climb that ladder? Holy shit, we can. Like, yeah, don't mind me. Just climbing a really tall ladder. Oh my god, there's actually an item over there. Seriously, we were just like, okay, nobody's gonna question that. It's like, hey, why is that kid climbing up there? That's dangerous, kid, get down from there. It's like, it doesn't matter, I've got a freaking broken phone, it'll save me if I fall anyway. Just doing kid things, climbing on roofs. Not like, roofs of like 1 or 2 story buildings, but casually like 3-4 stories tall, 5 even, just so we can pick up this random thing. Electro Ball. And the wild thing is, there is literally doesn't seem to be any way to get down other than to fall to our death. If not for the fact that we had that Rotom phone. So the question is, what the hell is the purpose of that ladder from a logistics standpoint? It's like, oh sure, it's for us to get up here so you can get down, but realistically, what would they use that ladder for? Get into the... I mean, they could just get from the top of the building from, the ground floor, surely. So what the hell's the ladder for? To fix the roof? It's like, nah, we don't want to have to climb out the window to get there. We might as well just put a ladder there. Whoa! Whoa! And the thing is, Rotom waits to the very last possible second to save your ass. It's like, oh, I broke my legs. Like, Rotom saved you, doesn't matter. And now it's nighttime again, so what the hell? What's up with the timing in this place? It's very strange. Oh yeah, that was the whole point. It's like, before I spotted that ladder and, fell off the top of a building, I was gonna look at when was the previous part recorded. Or I should say parts, I guess. So I recorded 4 in 1 because it was over 2 hours that record session was. Where is it? Let me see. Wait, how long was that record session? 2 hours and 49 minutes, bloody hell, it really was. I'm surprised I got that recording down to just 4 parts, honestly. That's a lot. That's gotta be one of the longest record sessions I've done in years, at the very least. So when was that? That was the 27th of July, it's now the 12th of August. And on the 4th of August, sadly, we had to have our dog put down, Bella. She was 9 years old, her back legs wasn't eating. So rest in peace, Bella. It's like, it still feels weird, just like having no dog at all, you know. It just doesn't feel right, because it's never been the case in my entire life. We've always had a dog. So the house feels noticeably emptier. But yeah, it's been about a week now. It felt surreal, it felt like a lot of time had passed since then, but it's only been about a week. It's weird. But I feel like I've got to mention it in, you know, each of my Let's Plays. So, I guess we should think about where to go next in this world. Since it's been, you know, well, was it the 27th, did I say it was? So when was the 27th? 27th was on a Sunday. So that would be technically a little over 2 weeks ago. So quite a long time. So I can't even remember what the controls were. They were like, oh yeah, you can ride Mareep. It's like, how did I do that again? How do I even do anything? The map can be a bit confusing. I'm still not used to it. Okay, so this is north. So I'm looking at the previous part where Nemona and Arvin were like, no, go this way, no, that way. And Nemona said, it's like, but since Emily is actually heading to take on some gyms, I'd say go for the west gate, so that'd be over here. And Arvin was like, no, you gotta focus on the elephant, so go to the east one. So now, I remember looking at the map. I'm thinking, okay, so where would these destinations be? What's that? So I guess this is the one that Arvin went to, I assume. I find it kind of strange though with either of them, honestly, because when you look at the map properly, like, sure, you got one over here for the Titan thing, for the herbs and shit, and then you got another one somewhere on this side, but I noticed that most of the Titan paths are actually on the opposite side of the map, so I don't get it. It doesn't really explain the difficulties or anything, levels or anything. It's the same with the gyms. I don't know what gym. Do they scale to level or what? Because I don't know. They're all over the place. It's not like the usual Pokemon game, you know, where you're on a set path. Or maybe it is. It's like, it's gonna... This whole map being unlocked from the start, that's all artificial. You think you can go anywhere, but you can't. Maybe that's the case. I don't know. But from the looks of it, if we follow this path, the nearest gym is the Bug Gym. But there's also a gym down here, and it's the Psychic Gym, which seems a bit too early in the game to be taking on Psychic Pokemon, you know? That's kind of wild. But over in this direction here, we've also got a Titan Path. It's just a bit further away, I guess, so maybe that's why he's like, go this way because it's closer. But if you go this way as well, you've also got a gym, and it's the grass type gym. And you've even got the Team Star thing over here as well. And then just a little up the road, past here, you've got another gym. Head north a bit more, you got another Titan Path. Head over there and you got another Team Star. Then head north here and you got... Is that? Yeah, another Team Star. And then you go over here, you got a gym, and then a gym. It's like they seem awfully close together, these two gyms, honestly. It's like, what must the area look like from, you know, going to the area itself? Because we don't really get a good idea of what the landscape looks like. It's just obviously covered in ice and snow, but we don't know how it looks. They got this weird kid that's somehow a boss of one of the villains. And then he got another Titan path. Got the gym of the guy who doesn't want his picture taken. And you got the water gym. Another Team Star guy. Wait a minute, what's this? Ah, another Path of Legends. Does it always have that weird little thing around? Yeah, it does. I was just confused by that. Then over there you got another Path of Legends. See, there's two Path of Titans right next to each other here, but it's like, no, go the opposite way, because I guess it's a bit more of a trek to get to those ones. It's like, I guess we would be focusing more on gyms going this way, because while there are two Titan paths here, the gyms are more focused here, and you have to go a bit north before we get to any Team Star stuff, whereas going this way leads to kind of all three of them in a fairly close vicinity to each other, you know? But at the same time, looking at it, if we went this way, we'd have an advantage over this probably, because it looks like it's going to be rock or ground type. It even says Titan badge, rock, so we'd have an advantage. We'd be kind of neutral against the grass type, and we'd be screwed against the fire type, so maybe it's for the best that we go this way first. Now, how did... You know what, I'm just gonna scroll through the video here to the point where I actually get the damn thing. Okay, press this button. What was the button called? God damn it, brain fart moment. The plus sign button? I don't know. Does it have an official name? Wait, I haven't been here. There's still parts of the city I haven't even seen. How is that even possible? Some meals here will fill you with egg power. That'll make it easier for you to find Pokemon eggs when you're out on a picnic. What, is that how we get Pokemon eggs in this game? You just straight up find them while having a picnic? It's just another go for broke. The way I said there's like, wait, go for broke is like a gopher? No, go for. It's me, Nemona. We should call and catch each other up on how things are going from now on. Decided to set out heading west from school, right, Emily? So from there, you'll be pretty close to Cortondo. That's where you'll find the bug type gym. You can go take on the gym leader if you want. I'm sure you can beat her, Emily May. Good luck. I'll call you soon. Wait. Kind of a nice little detail that they'll just have the Pokemon on the map there, because they're clearly Pokemon you can catch in the area, I've seen. Where was it here? What? Am I just... Well, we'll see when we meet this person. I was just confused there, because it's like... I'm sure you can defeat her. Her? I thought it was a guy. That thing, maybe I'm mistaken it for like some kind of goatee. Maybe it's not facial hair at all. It's like, did you assume that gender? I mean, yeah, it kinda did. Look at that night sky that we fall to our death. Well, there is stuff down there. It's been so long. It took us so long to get to school, and then school was out pretty quickly. Kind of wild. It's like we didn't really get to do much at the school. I guess you can't really do much with a school in Pokemon, really, can you? So this is how you set up a picnic. My poor bag's full to bursting with ingredients. Yeah, let me share some. Got some cheese, some jam, and strawberry, cream cheese, pepper, salt. No vinegar. Do we not have vinegar in this world? You have a variety of ingredients. Sandwiches are best when you eat them outside. Try making some with the stuff I give. Hey, since we're here, I want to have a picnic so you can rest up a little. Sure, why not, even though I don't really need to rest up. You know, Pokemon look like you're all full of energy. Come again anytime. So I guess this is the equivalent of a Pokemon Center. Just come by this place that you got set up for a picnic. So what do you got in there? Those baguettes. The Hoppips want the baguettes. Either that, or maybe they think I have another sandwich. Hey, it's Mareep. Sup, Mareep? Wait, is that another Pokemon? That's just young Lucio. Do I even have an electric Pokemon right now? I don't know. What is my key? So we got Grass type, Lechonk, the normal. I don't even know if it evolves into anything, honestly. We got a Bug type, a normal Flying type, a Water. I think I said this, but I'm pretty sure I used this Pokemon on as one of my main Pokemon in my playthrough of Pokemon Legends Arceus. I guess because, you know, you get relatively early on in the game, and I was like, you know what, let's keep this one on the team, you know? It'll be our designated Water type. And, you know, with his moves that make him fast and stuff like that, to always go first and stuff, it's a pretty useful Pokemon to have. Ground type, yeah, we could use an electric type. Thing is, I would put this one in storage because I don't really use bug types for the most part, but I don't know if it evolves or not. That's what I'm curious about. It's like, if it doesn't evolve by like level 10 or so, then I could switch it out. And the same with Pumba here, Lechonk. If it doesn't evolve by a certain level, I'll probably switch it out. Might switch out Fletchling at some point, but for now I'll just keep them because they've also learned, you know, fire moves. Keeping Diglett for now, he, you know, helped out against Nemona in that battle because he basically made it so that he couldn't be hit by anything. It's just he doesn't have any good moves yet. And I say he, but it's a female Diglett. I don't know how you would be able to tell the, you know, sex of a Diglett. But, yeah. Sup, Mareep? I kind of feel bad about, you know, battling one of you. It's like, you know, take away any of your pals or anything like that, you know. So, I'm just gonna take the lone one instead. You're level 9. Magical leap. Try not to knock it out. God damn, you knocked him out! Whoops. Didn't realize my own power. Sorry about that. You didn't see nothing. Your friend has been isolated! You know what? I'll use a heal ball. You've got assurance. But is that assurance that you'll evolve at some point? Perhaps data has been added to the Pokédex. Wool Pokemon. Its fleece grows continually. In the summer, the fleece is fully shed, but it grows back in a week. Kinda like facial hair, I guess. Height 2, weighs 17.2 pounds. I might bring you along, but as I said, I'm waiting to see if either of the two Pokemon evolve, you know, so... I didn't steal your friend and knock out the other one. No, that was an imposter, it wasn't me. They were trying to disguise themselves. That wasn't me, that was else. Even though I'm the only person in the area. What's this? Oh, another Mareep. You definitely can see the size difference in some of them. This is definitely a smaller Mareep than the other ones that we saw. Well, that's clearly a trainer. This is an orangeberry. So, like, do other Pokemon come around here, or is it just Mareep? And Hoppip. It's like different times of day, maybe? I don't know. This is the trouble with video games that have a, you know, a bit of an open world vibe to them. It's like the Pokemon games, I guess you could see is kind of like that, but they felt more restrictive on earlier hardware. But you know, the Switch is like, okay, we can do a bit more with it now, and clearly don't have that kind of experience with this type of thing. So you get large patches of land that are barren as hell. It's like, there's a few Mareep here and there, a few Hoppip. There could be more variety of Pokemon, but, you know, I don't know, maybe they would have caused the game to perform even worse than it already does. If they added more Pokemon to spawn in the area. Like, it's gonna lag so much more, man, because don't know how to make it so that it works without being all buggy and shit. And it still boggles my mind in this day and age where games can be patched even after being released, unlike back in the day, where it's like, once the game's released, that's it. You know, you have to make it as perfect as possible before you release it. No, nowadays is the age of releasing games in a broken state and then trying to patch them later. And yet this game, it doesn't seem to be patched much at all. That is wild. Maybe they're like, hey, we gotta work on the next Pokemon game, so, you know, we're just gonna kind of leave it as it is. It's like, hey, if you upgrade to the Switch too, maybe it'll perform better, but, yeah, that's about it. And that'd be a hell of an expensive upgrade, though, wouldn't it? I don't know how much the Switch 2 is going for, but sounds pretty pricey, and the game's even more pricier. It's again kind of ridiculous. The world is, in general, getting kind of ridiculous, really, isn't it? I mean, it always was ridiculous, but you know, more ridiculous than it already was. What the hell is that thing? I can't even see its face. Does it even have a face? I've never seen you before. What are you? Nacli. Well, Nacli, I'm just gonna use Blight on the off chance that you are ground type or rock type and I get one shot. Oh no, not Smackdown! That was delayed. I think it's to be expected with this game. Seriously, it's wild, man. It feels like since they, you know, no pun intended, switched to I mean, the Switch can be used in a handheld mode, but you know, it's a bit of a hybrid console. So you know, they were used to, for literal decades, like about at least 2 decades or so, were, you know, used to releasing on the handheld consoles. They kind of got used to that. It's like they kind of developed a formula for it, you know. But then suddenly it's like, okay, we gotta up things now. The graphics, the world, all these things have got to be upgraded, and they must be like, shit, we weren't prepared for this. It's like, how? But bleh. I mean, you could argue, like, well, you know, there have been Pokemon games that are released on the main consoles, but Game Freak didn't have anything to do with those games, I'm pretty sure. Makes you wonder if, like, the teams that made, like, the Colosseum games, for example, would they be able to pull off a game like this with, like, the big open world and be able to pull it off? Because that is always, it's like, since the Pokemon Colosseum was, funnily enough, the very first Pokemon game I ever properly played. Because, you know, I was aware of Pokemon since, you know, Pokemon became a thing. It's just that I didn't have any of the games. It's like I had the original Game Boy, but it just had, like, Mario and stuff like that on it. And I did have a Game Boy Color, but we didn't really have many games for it. I guess because back then we didn't really know where to buy games from, honestly. It's like, with the internet becoming more of a thing and online shopping, you know, getting video games is easier than it's ever been. But yeah, back in the day we had no idea. So I didn't play any of those games. It was only once we got to the Game Boy Advance that I actually got to play the Pokemon games. And of course the GameCube, which was the first one I played. And then I played Pokemon Sapphire and Ruby and Emerald and all that. And so I guess my first Pokemon was technically an Espion and an Umbreon. And my first start of Pokemon in a Pokemon game was a Trico. Anyway, to the point, I remember before I got to play Pokemon Colosseum, I was just imagining this whole open world where it's like you go all around this open world. There's Pokemon in the wild, there's trainers, gyms, and stuff like that. Of course, Pokemon Colosseum is nothing like that, and there's not really an open world in Nacli because it's more of you travel from one point to another, and there is no wild Pokemon. It's like in the sequel, XD Gale of Darkness there is, but it's very gimmicky. It's like, oh yeah, you gotta like a few locations where you go to and there's like one single Pokemon in the wild at any given time that you face, and that's it. So yeah, very barren wasteland. But yeah, there's always like that's the dream, man. That's what Pokemon should strive to be, but they just kind of don't have. I mean, maybe they don't get given the time to perfect it. Maybe they don't have the skills. Maybe they don't have the budget, which is honestly insane considering how much money Pokemon overall makes. If that were the case, it's like, I mean, seriously, just give it time, resources, and you know, if the team's inexperienced, bring in some more experienced people. Try to make the best possible Pokemon game that feels like, you know, the ultimate come together of Pokemon building up to this moment. That's like, finally, you got Pokemon in the wild and it's all cool and all that, and it just feels perfect. It's like, I think that's why Legends Arceus is kind of, despite its flaws, that feels close to the ideal kind of Pokemon game. There's Pokemon in the wild, and you know, there's a world to explore in that game. It's just that it's pretty flawed because there's a lot of copy and paste here and there, and the fact that if you so much as reach the edge of the map, everything just goes blank, and it's like, you have reached the edge of the map. It's like, turn back, turn back. That I found annoying. It feels like they should have just put up an invisible wall instead, you know, because it feels very jarring when you just going around the edge of the map and then suddenly the screen just becomes like you're lost in a sandstorm or something. It's like, what the hell? I can't see where I'm going. It's annoying. Anyways, Nacli status has been added to the Pokédex. Rock Salt Pokemon. The ground scrapes its body as it travels, causing it to leave salt behind. Salt is constantly being created and replenished inside Nacli's body. And you shall have a name. A very obvious one. You are the... God damn it. Forgot to put a space. You are, of course, the Rock. Because... honestly, I might not have even thought to call it the Rock because it is a rock. But, you know, I was using Smackdown. So, you know, the Rock. Of course, it all comes together. But the Rock goes to the box. Because I've still got Diglett. That's Mareep over there. What the hell is that? What are you? Maschiff? Well, alright. Oh no, he licked me like a dog. Oh god, I didn't realize how low my health is getting. I gotta go back down and get that picture. Yay! A ship that has been added to the Pokédex. Rascal Pokemon. Its well-developed jaw and fangs are strong enough to crunch through boulders, and its thick fat makes for an excellent defense. Height 1.8, weighs 35.3 pounds. I would give you the name Bella, but you're male, so if I come across any dog Pokemon that happens to be female, I named it after my dog, our dog that got put down last week. Wasn't there another one of these guys here? I guess he's bugging off. Oh, one of those guys. You know, it's a bit jarring to see something glowing like that in the background. It's just like, what the hell is that? Some kind of alien calling thing or something? I need a picnic. I mean, I could make my own picnic, it's just I don't know how. Man, those hobbits just popped into existence. I don't remember where Picnic Lady was. I have clearly gotten lost. To Cortondo. There's a Pokemon on top of that. At least I think it's a Pokemon. I mean, what else would it be? A Great Ball. Oh, we're down this side now. This is how we get here. Grassy terrain. It wasn't on screen long enough for me to read it, so I don't know what it actually does. Now it's day. I don't get how the nighttime cycle of this game works. Is it like every half an hour, every hour? How does it work? These Azuro really blend into the environment, don't they? Psyduck, be careful, there's a waterfall that will lead to your death. The call of the boys. Is that what that thing is called, where you look down and feel tempted to just jump? Or am I thinking of something else? Or was it something that was similar to it? Sunkern. We kind of blend in there, so it's a bit hard to work out what we were. Well, let's travel in style, so we can speed things up a little. Really? You can't jump over a Pokemon? That's lame. You can't do any cool, sick tricks on this thing. It just counts as you bumping into the Pokemon. That's lame, lazy. Lame. At least we didn't end up in a battle with it. We just kind of really confused that Pokemon, clearly. It's like, why did that... What the hell even is that thing? Why did you bump into it? Like, what's the point in jumping if you can't jump over Pokemon? That's the wrong button. I, for whatever reason, thought maybe I could speed things up with that button, but I guess not. My god, that Hoppip is ginormous compared to my Pokemon. Let's try and figure out what does what while we're on the back of this thing, man. See if there's any option to go faster. I mean, the game would have told us when we were given this ability, but whatever. We'll end up in the next town with this, which I guess is you know, you need to go there anyway, but still. I'm very slow paced at this. I've got to catch all the Pokemon. Is that a Bidoo, or whatever the hell it's called? I'm not sure. So it's just like, this is the farmland, except there's nothing at all. Nothing grows here. These squirrels are very nervous, aren't they? Stored power! You stole my stored power, you bastard! How could you? I was storing that. Wait, is it? How did I, No, it wasn't that. Oh, you're not a Bidoo. What are you? I've never seen you before. Man, imagine if the Pokédex also had entries for taking photos of the Pokemon as well. Then if like, you know, it's a bit like Pokemon Snap. It's like you'll get an entry, you can choose how the Pokédex looks. Like, that's a shiny Diglett. So that's, they're like really on the nose with that. It's like, no longer will the Pokemon just kind of look vaguely shiny. No, they will freaking make you know that it's shiny. I've already got a Diglett, but shiny's kind of hard to pass up, you know? Hey, over here, shiny Diglett, I pressed the wrong button. It's not that bad. I guess I gotta heal up my Pokemon first. Oh, nope. I'm so clunky with these controls. Imagine as we load this, it ends up despawning the shiny Digletts. That'd be annoying. Oh, that's how you do the picnic thing. What's up, Digletts? I'm shiny! So obnoxiously shiny! Oh no, he's terastallized! It's even worse! So was he just terastallized? What? How to catch a wild Tera Pokemon? You cannot catch a Pokemon while it's terastallized. When you reduce its HP or break through its transformations. Only then can you try to catch it. So it's not a shiny then? Or does it have, oh my god, it's level 17. Wow. Trouble is, if I hit it with one of these attacks, it's bound to just knock it out in one shot. Well, taking my chances. Okay, didn't. Oh no, that was like, I don't know. I've already caught a Diglett, but I might as well catch another one, why not? This one was in Terraform, it's level 17, which is insane, because we're not even anywhere near that level. XP games! I will call you Tera. Very unoriginal, Tera Dig. Because, well, that just sounds suggestive. That's how I say it like that, Tera Dig. Like, what? Should I switch him out with the Diglett I've got in the park? It's kind of a bit OP though. because it's level 17. Well, let's check some of the yellow Diglett first. So, it doesn't even have a ground type move yet. It hates to lose! And it hates being put in the box. And it's level 10 versus level 17. You know what? I will. It's like nobody will notice that it's a different Diglett aside from the fact that it's got a different name and 7 levels higher. Next time we battle Nemona, should be like, damn man, how did your Diglett get so strong? It's like, yeah, it's totally the same Diglett that I fought you previously with. Yeah, sure it was. Man, I imagine hunting for shiny Pokemon like some people do must be a pain in the ass. With Pokemon like this, it's like they're so small I can't even see them. It's a giant crystal. Crystals all around Paldea you may spot gleaming crystals, emitting brilliant beams of light. If you investigate one, you'll be able to take on a Tera raid battle and try to defeat a powerful Tera Pokemon. I didn't sign up for this. In Tera raid battles, you work together with other trainers to battle powerful Tera Pokemon. You can battle alongside faraway friends while you're in online mode, or nearby friends while you're in offline mode. So I guess it's like multiplayer stuff. These battles will pit you against Tera Pokemon with rare Tera types. If you and your allies can work together to defeat the Tera Pokemon, you'll have a chance to catch it, and also get special items. So it's like, who's that Pokemon? I'm not gonna battle that. But did we gain XP from examining that, or was it delayed from when we battled the Digletts? What is that? Oh, it's was it Kricketot or something like that? I think. Why was it glowing blue for a second there? Have I got a combi? I'm not sure. You know, and now that my Pokemon is relatively healed, I might as well get back to catching Pokemon, I guess. What are you? Smoliv. Well, Smoliv, meet Leafage. That Diglett is curious about the situation unfolding. He doesn't want to get too close to it. Now it would be funny if you could use your emotes during battle. Seriously, Tarantula, you've got 1 or more levels before I decide to put you in the box if you don't evolve. Because bug Pokemon are supposed to evolve pretty early on. And if you don't even have an evolution, then yeah, I'm definitely switching it. I'll probably end up switching it anyway.